Okay, fourth time is the charm. If you have noticed that I've been on live 4 times, then the reason is because I keep getting knocked off. So I'm going to try very hard this time because I don't really get past the intro here. So I apologize if you have been on already, but I'm so glad that you're here. I am Mandy, and I'm glad that you are here in this group. Hopefully, all of you can hop on really fast live. If not, then I'm so glad that you're here with the replay too. Um, but and I also know that I was supposed to hop on at 6 o'clock, and I am a little bit early today. But whenever you find yourself in your house without 3 children, you do what you got to do. So I figured of all people, you moms would understand that because you take that time that there is no noise going on in the house, and you take it and you're happy with it and you do what you got to do. So, we'll go ahead and get this party started. Hey Brandy. I hope that you can hop on live. If not, like I said, hopefully you can catch the replay. And I'm going to keep my computer open just so I can see your comments. I may have to put it away because I tend to just read your comments and then I can't think straight. So, but for the most part, I'm going to try my best to get to all your questions. But today I wanted to tackle the 3 surefire ways you can work out with kids at home without waking up even earlier than you already do. The reason why I wanted to tackle this is because all kinds of mamas asked me this. I got asked this so many times last week, and I was like, I need to do a live video on it because it is, I mean, all of us moms are wondering what to do and how to do it. So, but just, hey Jaya, hey, my husband's even on here. But I just wanted to introduce myself. I am Mandy. I am the mommy mentor, giving you permission to be more than just a mom, so you can feel fit, energized, and empowered every day, and finally dropping the stinking mom guilt, because we all have that mom guilt. And if you're anything like me, you even feel, hey Jessica, hey Jaya, you even feel guilty whenever you're doing something for yourself as awesome as working out. But one thing that you always have to do is you've got to remember that even though you may be taking time away from your kids, you're still implementing healthy, wise decisions with them because they're watching mom work out. Yeah, working out at home isn't always that peaceful workout, because before I had kids, I went to the gym. I put in my headphones and I was in my own zone. But sometimes whenever you're a mom, you don't get that zone as much. But you do what you have to do. So these are 3 surefire ways that you can work out with kids at home without waking up even earlier. That is a mouthful, but I had to get it all in for y'all to actually understand what I was trying to say, because I don't like getting up early. I can tell you that right now. I'm not a morning person. My husband can vouch for that. I'm not the biggest morning person, but I like my quiet time in the morning, so I'm not always working out in the morning. I do it at different times of the day, but so I don't want to have to work out and get up at 4:30 every morning and just go hit the treadmill or do my squats, because I can tell you right now it's going to be with a huge fat yawn, and they're probably going to be pretty weak because that I just know how I am. So if you're ready for number 1, put number 1 in the comments or give me some hearts or something, just so I know that y'all are still here. But just to kind of wait for y'all for just a second. But Anyway, I'm not seeing anything, but I'm going to keep on going. So number 1, stick with 30-minute workouts. You don't have to have this really long workout. You don't have to have something that is just so long and drawn out. You can get your workout done in 30 minutes. And this is how. Stick to full body workouts like yoga, Pilates, burpees, stuff like that is going to use your full body. Using every muscle that you've got while you're doing one exercise. Try to stay away from exercises that are just isolating one muscle part. Because if you do that, then you're not getting as much bang for your buck. So you want to get more bang for your buck, and you want to do something that's got more full body workouts or full body exercises. So yoga is great for that. Pilates is great for that. Burpees is great for that. Plank is awesome for that. Things like that. I went to, at the beginning, you can always go to Pinterest. I love Pinterest, in case you haven't noticed yet. I talk about Pinterest all the time. It's kind of like my Google. So go to Pinterest and look up full body workouts or full body exercises and just go with them. You don't necessarily have to have a whole workout either. Do what you can. Do what you can in 30 minutes. This doesn't have to be strictly by the book and strictly, what you think that you should be doing. Stick to those full body workouts and do what you can in that 30 minutes. And I promise you, you will start seeing results. All right, number two. If you're ready for number 2, let me know, because this one is the best one, I think, of all of them. Number 2 is you don't have to do consecutive 30 minutes. And I know y'all are all looking at me like I'm crazy. You don't. Because I can tell you, whenever I first had my twins, oh my goodness, that was wild. Especially when they were starting to crawl and I couldn't keep them caged in into their cribs anymore. And I couldn't keep them in their little pack and plays anymore because they were crawling out all the time. And I'll be honest with you, some people would work out during nap time, and I did at times, but sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. So what you have to do is you've got to do it whenever you can and whenever you have a free minute or 2. So if you know that you're not going to have 30 consecutive minutes, that's cool. Not a big deal. Take that little nifty phone of yours and start the timer. Whenever you do an exercise, start that timer. Whenever little Susie needs you to come pick up applesauce off the floor, then stop the timer, go tend to her, and then come right back. Whenever you come back, start that timer again. When little Jeffrey has sneezed and spewed applesauce all over the place, then you can stop that timer and then go tend to the little one. Stop stressing yourself out. I mean, seriously, because 30 minutes can seem so much. And I get it, especially whenever you have little ones running around. I totally get it. My twins are now 5. They're my youngest, and my oldest is 8. I homeschool them, so they're here with me all day long. My 5-year-old twins, they're boys, and they are all over the place. So even though at this point in time, I can tell them, look, you got to chill and slow your roll because mom is about to go back here and I'm going to work out. Most of the time they know, mama's working out, but because they're at that age. But believe me, I have to stop a lot because somebody's trying to slide the other one down the stairs or something crazy like that. I mean, it happens. We're all moms. So, and I remember those days of having toddlers and one twin is going this way and the other twin's going that way. And you're trying to figure out who is going to hurt themselves first. So you're going to run to that one. I totally get it. So, don't feel like you've got to do 30 full minutes. Do 5 minutes here and 3 minutes here or 10 minutes here. It may take you all day long to get that 30-minute workout in. But how awesome would you feel once you got it done? I mean, because you're like, you know what? I adulted really good today. I did awesome. I actually worked out. I kept the kids alive. And we're all happy. I may be sore, but I'm happy. And I know that I'm doing the best that I can for my greater good and for my health. So stop stressing yourself out. It's so not worth it. So number three is probably the hardest, but it's the most important one. Number 3 is mind over matter. Think about how you will feel after you work out. Don't think about, oh my gosh, I gotta go work out because, I have to. Mandy said that I have to. No, think about how you're going to feel after you work out. I mean, because we may be tired after we work out, but I don't know about you. I feel like Superwoman. I feel like I can conquer the world, especially if I did it with 3 little beings all over me. One's hopping on my back while I'm doing plank or a push-up, and I'm doing a push-up as one of the twins is on top of my back. I mean, it's mind over matter. Really think about how you're going to feel. Don't dread it. I know some days I dread it too. I really do. It's life, and it's being human. It really is. People ask me all the time, why do you like to work out so much? And it's like, it's not that I like it every single day. I don't like it every single day. Because, it does get in the way some days and you wish that you were doing something else. But let's just be honest, after I do it, I feel like $1,000,000. I get the best ideas for my businesses and blogs while I'm working out. Whenever I've been training for Run Disney, so this is the first time that I've ever done a marathon, or a half marathon actually. So whenever I'm training for Run Disney on the treadmill, I'm talking to God. I'm having conversations with God. Sometimes I'm getting my jam on and I'm dancing and singing or whatever. Whatever you're doing, afterwards, I feel like $1,000,000. So, just think about what you're going to feel like afterwards. And not really focus on dreading getting the deed done. So that is probably the hardest one. But if you can conquer that and you can get past that, you can get a really good exercise routine going. I promise you. I just cannot tell you. If you need to, put on some jams. Jam it out. Sometimes the kids, they'll hear my music and they'll come in here and they'll want to be a part of it too. And we end up having a dance party. But what better way than to exercise with your kids? If you want to, I always throw in some jumping jacks or some push-ups, because then they're getting something out of it too. So just be creative and think about it. So mind over matter. And here's your bonus. So your little bonus tip. You get 3 and a bonus. All right. So we talked about you don't have to get up earlier to actually work out. But try your hardest to do it earlier in the day. Because if you're anything like me, and if you're human, you do this. You're thinking of all the things you think of more and more things that you could be doing as the day goes on. And as the day goes on, you have to do more and more because you know that you got laundry to do. You know that you've got dishes to do. You know that you got to go pick up the kids from piano. You know that you've got to go to church. So as it goes on, the day goes on, you find more and more to do. And guess what? Your exercise gets pushed to the back burner. My friends that know me the best, that talk to me the most, they and my family, they know that I get it done earlier in the day. We go and see my mom once a week. I have to get my workout done before we go to my mom's house because I know whenever I come back from my mom's house, I'm not going to do it because it's going to be 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. My kids are going to be starving for one thing, and they're going to be in a mood because it's close to dinner time. It's also close to bedtime. So just get it done as early as you can. And it kind of goes back to that number 2, the non-consecutive 30 minutes. I mean, if you have to stop your workout 10 times, you've got more time to actually get it done throughout the day. So I hope that you can take these tips and run with them. They're not anything that is like, rocket science, but it's just things that have helped me through these 8 years of being a mom. Before I had my firstborn, my little girl, I was in the gym all the time, hours at a time. I was teaching aerobics. I was training people. I was doing whatever I had to do, and then working out on my own too. So whenever I had her, I was still teaching because I had one at the time, and I could find a babysitter easier for one child than for 3. And plus a twin, including a set of twins. So it was just easier. So I was still teaching aerobics. I still was personal training, and I was still doing all that. So I still got a little bit of that in. But when my twins came, oh my goodness, not only did it rock my world for several reasons, but it also made me realize that I don't have time for me. But soon after, I had to really come to grips that I had to make time. I had to make time for this, and I was determined. If anybody knows me, and my mom can vouch for this, she sometimes, I think, thinks I'm crazy because I'm always finding a way to work out because I know that it makes me feel good. I know that afterwards I know that I feel empowered and great and like superwoman afterwards. So, and not only that, it helps me get those endorphins out, and that stress out to where I don't take it out on my kids anymore, and I don't feel myself yelling at them, at times, as we all do sometimes. So, find that time, even if, like I said, 30 minutes, that's all it takes. Just do full body workouts. Then it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be consecutive 30 minutes. Do it non-consecutively. Take that little timer on your cell phone and press start whenever you start, and then stop whenever you have to go tend to a child, and then come back, press start again. Be determined to get that 30 minutes in, no matter what it is. And then number 3, mind over matter. Set your mind that this is what is important to you, and you are going to do it because not only is it going to make you feel good, not only is it going to make you feel empowered and like superwoman later, but it's also going to make you a better mom, and it's going to make you be a mom that's going to be around for your kids for a long time. So you'll be able to bug them even whenever they're adults. I mean, that's the most awesome thing ever, right? So, mind over matter. You've got to just set your mind straight. And then your bonus, do it as early in the day as you can. You don't have to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Do it 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whenever you can, whenever you get the kids somewhat settled, because I get it. You know, somebody may be settled and then one of the other ones is not. I totally get that. So just do what you can. Do it as early as you can in the day. But I'm going to leave you with this. If one day you cannot get it done, because there are days like that. There are days like that for me. There are days like that for you. If you can't get it in, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. But the majority of your days throughout the week, try your hardest to get it in, because I promise you, you're going to feel better about yourself, feel better about how you feel about yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically. It's not just, exercising is not just about physical and being able to get into those skinny jeans. It's about your mental and spiritual being too. And it makes you stronger as a person and as a woman and as a mama. So get that exercise in. So I'm so glad that I finally got to come to you with this live video and talk to y'all, because this is going to be awesome. So just be expecting more of these. If you have any questions or any topics that you would like for me to talk about, please let me know, and I would love to meet all of you. Please comment below, and I will see y'all next time. I've got to run and get to church, so y'all have a great night, and I will see you soon.